today on my lazy SmackDown review. I mean, Raw review. Oh, shit. I get confused sometimes. Roman Reigns started the show with The Miz. I guess they're friends now. I'm still on my couch because I fell asleep directly at the end of Raw last night. Because, frankly, I feel lazy, and I don't think that lazy show deserves any better of an effort from me. So, what happened? There's a few good matches. I don't really particularly like matches that go throughout the arena. They bore the shit out of me. But let's see what happened. Roman came out to the Roman Circle Jerk, so that was fun. Talking about how great Roman is and how great The Miz is, and they should make a buddy movie or some shit. I'd pay to see it. I'd pay to see it. And then evil Shane McMahon comes out, reminds them, I'm your boss. This show is over. And then, they get attacked. And what do we get? What do you know? What do you know? You get an impromptu tag team match. For a show that hates its tag team division, they sure as hell put on a lot of tag team matches that don't involve tag teams. Actual tag teams. But, like all things WWE, there was a screwy finish. This time with Shane interfering. But, you know what? The Miz and Roman made a comeback. They got the last laugh. Ha ha ha! I wasn't laughing. I was cringing. Like I usually do. With just about every Roman segment. It's like, nothing against him personally. Like as a human being. I'm sure he's a cool dude. I'm sure I'd even hang out with him. We could play, I don't know, cards together. Euchre, maybe. Maybe have a nice game of chess. I like chess. I wonder if he does. No, he doesn't strike me as a chess guy. Maybe more of a checkers man. Yeah, definitely checkers. Definitely checkers. Maybe dominoes. Maybe he plays dominoes. I don't know. But that was fucking boring. And then I don't even remember what happened next. I honestly just watched a replay to remind me. And it kind of just whoosh, went over my head. But really, I know there was a Mojo Rawley match with, what's his name there? Oh, fuck. This is how bad this show is. Apollo Crews. That's it, Crews. Mojo won. He has some new funky face paint. He looks like a maniac. Speaking of maniacs, we got the latest edition of the Firefly House. And, well, I guess 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks was too long of a build for the WWE because Bray revealed his new mask and his new craziness. It was probably, the creepy children's show vibe. The sponsors probably didn't like it very much. So, hey, thumbs up for Bray. Bray's always been good. It's not his fault they put fucking cockroaches on the ring at WrestleMania. See, that's how early this is. And I'm sorry. Don't hate me for it. But yeah, he's great. Hopefully this leads to something. Like, win some matches with your cool mask. Be a fucking psycho. That's what I want to see. But I rarely get what I want out of WWE, so he'll probably beat a couple of nobodies and then lose to Roman on Raw. Because Roman's on SmackDown, you see. We got the same Roman promo, or not promo, video package. We get it. He's back. He's a survivor. And that's important. It is. It really is. And I say that as somebody that lost somebody very close to them to cancer. So I don't downplay his fight with cancer at all. But for them to continuously just play off of it, I find that they're kind of exploiting it, and I don't like it personally. But I'm not gonna try to get Kevin Dunn fired on the internet. So good for him. You're lucky, Kevin. You're lucky. On that note, there was no I didn't see any Lars Sullivan. So maybe those little douchebags on the internet won, huh? Maybe. God, that's a bother. So what do we get? We got Braun coming in. He's looking at his hands, thinking, who's gonna get these big meaty hands tonight? Well, the answer is just about everyone, it looks like. Baron Corbin got a little of his hands. Drew McIntyre got a little bit of his hands. Sami Zayn got some. Sami Zayn got most of his hands. But he gets called in to see, again, one of the evil McMahons. This time, again, it's Shane. And he's told, hey, Braun, we're going to put you in a match. And we're going to put your spot up in Money in the Bank. And it's going to be against Sami Zayn. Braun's like, I don't care. I'll kick ass. I'll give him these hands. So, that match happened in the main event. No AJ. Well, I mean, other than a little backstage interview. No Seth, other than a backstage interview. Quite the build to what they play off as a major show. So that's lazy as shit to me. There was a 4-way women's match with Nikki Cross. And it was weird because it was supposed to be Alexa Bliss. And believe me, I would have liked to watch the backside of her in action. What can I say? I'm a fan of her butt, not her. Honestly, I couldn't care less about Alexa Bliss and her little pinched nose. It's not a. I'm not in love with her like a lot of the internet is. Now her butt, I'm in love with it. So Alexa, keep doing those squats, girl. Keep doing those squats. But she asked Nikki Cross to fill her spot because she didn't have her luggage. I don't know. They've been there like a week or whatever. I guess she didn't do anything this whole week. So Nikki's like all quiet like. I think they're trying to get her not to speak much because you remember they did this to Becky when she first won the championship. They didn't really like her accent. They didn't like how thick it was. So they stopped her from really running promos for a couple of years. I think that's happening with Nikki Cross because she has a pretty thick accent herself, which I find stupid. Let these people talk. We all come in different shapes and sizes and colors and creeds, and we all have something to offer. Who cares if she sounds a little bit different? Anyway, she didn't look like the Nikki Cross I'm used to. She looked a little more meek, and but that changed when she got in the ring, which I was happy about, because the more Nikki Cross, the better, way better. She's fantastic when she's allowed to do her thing. Like, boy oh boy, that Asuka and Nikki Cross last woman standing match in NXT had me on the edge of my seat. It was fucking amazing. Anyway, so she wins a pretty darn good match. Hell, even Dana Brooke looked all right. That's a rarity. I never expect to say that. But she did a flying crossbody off a ladder. So good for her. Then I don't know what Nikki Cross calls her finisher, but she did a draping version of it on my girl Natty. Now, I'm torn because I love Natty. I love her. So, her losing to another girl I like tears me a little bit. You know what? Fuck you, Nikki. How about that? Fuck you. Natty should have won. Natty should win everything. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. And then we have a contract signing, double contract signing. First in the ring is Lacey Evans and her whole thing of being the sassy Southern Belle, and I don't know what that was. But then you had SmackDown's Charlotte Flair, who got a rematch, even though there are no rematches anymore. But here we are. It's Charlotte. She gets what she wants. And then the man comes walking down, more like a strut. She came strutting down. She struts a lot, doesn't she? She needs some like Saturday Night Fever in the background. I think that'd be more her style, not that steampunk music she still comes out to. She needs new music. She's gonna be this version, or this age's version of Stone Cold Steve Austin. We need something a little more harder, I think. A little more hard hitting. But if I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. Like, if she doesn't walk out of Money in the Bank with both belts, I feel like this whole thing's a waste. Now, if they want to make her a fucking star, have her win both. Have the first match be Lacey Evans. No, you know what? Let's give Lacey Evans a rub a bit. First match being a very hard fought match with Charlotte, because it's going to be, right? But she wins. And then the second match later on in the night, Becky's a little worse for wear, obviously, and Lacey almost wins, but being the wily champion she is, she pulls it out. But Lacey looks good. It's a good way to continue, or actually increase, the momentum that they've lost a little bit with Becky, and then give a bit of a rub to Lacey Evans, who, if they want us to think is a legitimate threat, they can't just give her the title. People just get mad at that. Becky is loved by the people still watching the WWE. So, well, you know, the majority of them. So I think that would be the way to go. Then, hey, surprise, surprise, there's a brawl. Only it's 2-on-1. Becky puts up a fight, eventually succumbs to the duel of buxom blondes. Buxom blondes. That should have been funnier. And then gets put through a table via powerbomb. So, you know, you had that. Then, like I said, they did the promos and the just got really lazy. Then on to the main event. This match went everywhere, everywhere. Uh, oh, you know what? Sorry. Ricochet lost his match against Baron Corbin, so they've really cooled him off, huh? He lost against Bobby Roode, then won against Bobby Roode, and then lost against Baron Corbin. I guess WWE is like the land of zero momentum. These push and stop or push and pull. I guess start and stop pulls. My goodness, you see what happens? This is your brain on WWE. Goodness gracious. Anyways, he loses. Yeah, I mean it was so. Ray had a pretty darn good match with Cesaro, which I would expect them to. I mean, it's Cesaro and Rey Mysterio, for fuck's sakes. But this all came about because Cesaro made the cardinal sin of insulting Dominic by saying, "Hey, he looks more like Joe than you." And Ray flew off the handle and attacked him, and we got a match that Ray won. But it was a really good match. Now on to the main event that went all over the O2 Arena. I hate that. Falls count anywhere are cool, but keep it in the arena, please. There's live fans, and they can't really enjoy it if it's backstage or in a parking lot or whatever. But yeah, everything was thrown at Braun Strowman. Baron Corbin was thrown at Braun Strowman. Drew McIntyre was thrown at Braun. And he was fighting them all off. Fighting them all off. Took a DDT to the chair and kicked out. But eventually, they came back out onto the stage. And then, out of nowhere, because he left both Baron and Drew lying, right? But then, when he's beating up on Sammy, out comes those two guys. They are seemingly fine. Guess they're no worse off. And they beat the shit out of him. Claymore kick him, do everything they can to him. Give him a big double suplex onto a ladder. And all three of them pin Braun. So Braun loses his spot in Money in the Bank. And then after the match, those two are gone. Braun gets up, choke slams Sami Zayn through a table, which looked like it had a bit of an airbag under it. So, yeah. Surprisingly, there, I think, was only 2 people from SmackDown. I can't remember. Whatever. Now they just... I find it funny, though, that since this started, since Roman's been drafted to SmackDown, he's been on Raw more. Man, they created this wild card, I think, just to get him back on Raw. It's such a stupid thing. You either have him on the show, just fuck it, get rid of the brand split. If this is what's gonna happen, get rid of it. At this point, it's just like a slow dying dog. No, I don't want to say that because I like dogs. I don't like this show. It's just like a slow dying thing, right? It's not even putting up a fight anymore. It's like it's accepted its fate. The brand split, I mean. It's like it knows it has weeks to live and possibly months, and they're just like, meh, who cares? I'm gonna walk around the hospital with my dick hanging out of my fucking little hospital robe, I don't care. Anybody can see it. I'm gonna die anyway. You know? That's the brand split to me anyway, and what's happening to it. But hey, the good news out of all this, first the bad. I like leaving off on a happy note. The bad news is this wasn't much of a go home show. I don't think. Um, and for fuck's sakes, I know the English crowd has a great time, but how about you put on a fucking amazing show for an amazing crowd? Just a thought. You deserve better, UK fans. Now, on to the positive. Well, I'm glad Braun is out of the Money in the Bank. I want to see guys that can really utilize the the ladder and do crazy stuff because that's what that match calls for. And Sami Zayn is the man for the job. So kudos, WWE. You actually did something right. Now, as for who's going to win it, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a prediction video later this week and 5 people can watch it. But hey, lazy review for a lazy show. This is your pal, no nickname Frank, signing off. I'm going to go make myself a coffee, get up for the day. Um, I was afraid I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking maybe I should take a sleeping pill. And then WWE and Raw was the best sleeping pill for me. So thank you for that, Mr. McMahon. People say you never give anything to the fans. You never give them what they want. Well, you gave me a good night's sleep. So I thank you. Anyway, we'll talk later. Peace.